Okay, so once again, thank all of you for joining us on today's session, which is the member portal for Zoho Sites and how you can build an engaging community. I am joined by my co-presenter Kritika, who is also the marketer for Zoho Sites as well as Zoho Commerce, and our technical support Naresh, who will be here to answer all of your questions throughout this session. So you can always shoot us with your questions either in the chat or in the questions tab, and we will be sure to get to you on the. And apart from that, you can also visit us at zoho.com/sites. That is our official website. And you can also write to us at marketing@zohosites.com. And me, Kritika, and our manager, Ashish, will be willing to assist you with whatever queries, questions, or regards you have. You can also find us on our social channels on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook as well. We've also started a new YouTube channel as well as an Instagram channel, which I unfortunately did not add in the slide, but I will be adding it in the chat later for all of you to access. So getting on with the presentation, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are hosting our webinar on Zoho Showtime. So with this platform, you can see that to your left-hand side, you have the chat area where you can come and communicate with me and the other two presenters who are here, and we'll be willing and more than happy to engage with you and answer all of your questions or doubts and whatever it is that you want to engage and talk with us. So be sure to contact us via chat. And also on your right hand side, you'll see that I have like a whole bunch of little slides over there. And so anywhere throughout this presentation, if you feel like I'm going too fast or if you feel like I'm probably going a bit too slow, you can let me know via chat. And also if you lose your way throughout, you can always see that there is a little green box that indicates the slide that we are on. So be sure to click on that and that will bring you up to speed correctly where I am at that moment. And then we also have the little questions tab again on your left. And so that is more of like a personalized one-on-one question answer thing. So you can talk to us and we will answer your questions one-on-one in that way. There's also a handouts tab, but unfortunately I'm not providing any handouts for this session, but I will be sharing a few links in regards to the member portal and access restriction a little later. And then there is also the notes area where you can take down notes. And so if there is anything at any point in time, so if there is anything at any point of time, any notes that you would like to take down, during the session, when there is something that you would like to, tell me throughout, you can just note it down and get that to me. And the session, as I mentioned before, for those of you who are joining us now, is going to be recorded and will be shared with you in a day or two. Okay, so on with the presentation. With today's agenda, we're going to be covering, what the member portal is, what its uses are, and how it will help you grow a community of visitors. And we're going to be getting into those details and specifics along with a few examples and use cases. We're also going to talk about how with the Zoho Sites Builder, you can go about creating a member portal and how you can add members and segregate them into groups. And so we will be getting into all of these type of steps. So the whole, adding people in and then segmenting them and how you can go about doing that will be covered in this session. Right. And so first getting on with what a member portal is and what are its benefits. So for those of you who are not familiar with the member portal feature or what it does or what it offers, is that it is a little area where you can invite people. So you can either invite people to come and join your portal via email by entering their email address and then inviting them, and then they accept it and then they join. Otherwise, you can also have a sign up method where whoever lands on your site, visitors or people, on the internet, if they land on your website, they can sign up and access whatever content. So basically what a member portal does is that it helps you segregate and segment content, restricting it from other people's views. So for example, let's say you have a educational website and you have let's say class grades 10, 11th, and 12th. And what you want to do is provide content for 3 of these classes, and you want to provide different content and you don't want it to get confused. So you can create a portal with a group of members, which are maybe like, let's say class 10, and have whatever, classes and sessions and lessons you have in that, and then create a similar one for the 11th grade and a similar one for the 10th, for the 12th grade, and have that segregated where you can go and send, each specific specific classes' email IDs over there, set up a group, have them join that, so that particular page or that particular set of pages can be accessed only by that group because they are part of that group. And so that's how you create portals in that way. And for example, let's say that you also have you are a photographer, for instance, and you have like a portfolio set up, and you want just certain specific people to view one set of the photos that you have. Like you have 3 different galleries or 4 different galleries set up on 4 different pages, and you want this gallery to target to one specific set of people, so on and so forth. So it's just an easier way for you to segment your content and not have all of it online for everybody to see, but more of just like a systematic way of grouping your content and streamlining the visitors who can come and view that or access that specific content. So getting on into how that helps you grow a community. So when you have a lot of traffic coming in, when you have a lot of visitors coming in, when you have a portal set up, this makes your visitors feel special because they feel like they're part of like an exclusive group. So when you tell them that they have like a membership to a particular group, or they have like a membership to something that they can like look into, they feel like, okay, I'm part of this. And so that gets them more motivated into coming into your website and feeling like, okay, you are curating and putting out like a specific set of content for them. And then it also, like in regards to Zoho sites, we have the simple sign in and login. So the sign up and login is very simple. You just come, you enter whatever credentials it is that is provided, and then the person who owns the website approves it, and then you're part of the portal. It's as simple as that. And then again, as I've mentioned before, it is going about and making groups. So what you can do is you can set specific groups and have your pages, and so you can add files and pages and whatever it is that you would like that specific group to access set up. And so this helps you grow your community of visitors in a way, in essence, as well. And so to first go about creating a member portal, so I'll just play a quick video to show you how you can access the member portal in the Zoho Site Builder. Right, I hope it is visible. Yeah, so this is a demo website that I had built up. You can find the member portal under the general section in your settings tab. So once you click on that, you just click on create a portal, and then you enable the portal, and that's as simple as that, right? So yeah, it started getting into the other videos. So yeah, that's basically as simple as creating the portal. And now we will, right? And then if you open up your member portal, you will see that we have a bunch of preferences. And so the first preference, of course, being enabling and disabling the portal. So once your portal is enabled, you can disable it at any point in time. You can also enable or disable sign up. So you can have it in a situation where you want your website to be accessible only to, or your pages or content to be accessible only to the people that you reach out to and you contact. So when you disable sign up, that will prevent other people from being able to view that content, and it will totally eliminate that option for them to sign up. So the only way that people can access your content is if you reach out to them and put them in that group and in that membership portal. And then there are 2 different sign-in methods. One is the default portal, which you would be setting up in this preference page. Otherwise, we also have the SAML way of signing in, which I'll be getting into a little later. You can also enable email notifications. So if you have sign up enabled and you have people coming in and signing up to your website, if you have your email notifications set up, then whenever people do sign up, you will get that notification straight to your email. It's very self-explanatory, actually. And then you can also enable the sign up fields again if you have the sign up option enabled. And so the default fields would be the email address and password. And then you can also choose which other credentials you would like the visitor signing up to enter. And so this will just help you understand the type of people you have coming in, and it'll give you like a broader perspective on how you can go about segmenting them into groups per se. And then we have the members option. So I'm just going to go through like a few of the settings that the member portal provides you with. And so with members, you can, search for the members that are already signed up and you've already approved in your portal. You can also invite users and, export like a PDF sheet of all your members. So you can keep like a database or export that to your CRM or something. And you also have a list of all the members who are a part of your portal. So when people either get invited or sign up to your portal, you can have them join like the default portal, which would be like all the pages are visible to them in that moment in time. And then after that, you can segregate them, or you can choose an option where you already have the group set up. And so whoever it is that you're inviting in, without having to go through the extra hassle of segmenting them after that, you can actually have them segmented as they come in. So those are a few of the options that you can set up. You can take a look at the information of all of your members. So based on the sign up fields that you have provided, you will get more information about the people who've signed up. And so again, this also further helps you understand the kind of visitors who are coming in and viewing your content, and how you can streamline them to whichever content it is that you would like them to access on your website. And then we have the groups. So creating groups is very simple. It's as simple as just adding a name for your group, and then you go and add members. So you can add as many members as you need in that group. Obviously, you can create as many groups as you desire for your portal, and you can also segment the pages of your website as well as the files that you would like them to view. So that's another option that we provide. Now I'll just get into a real quick demo on how you can just, add members. So I'll just share that with you. All right, so this is a member portal which I have set up. So when you want to go about inviting users, you click on the invite button, and then you type in the email address of the person you would like to invite. Be sure to click enter, so you can add like multiple email addresses that way. And then there is that, as I mentioned before, that option to add members directly to a group. And so if you already have groups set up, you can just, again, if you enable this button, you can just add them directly to the group that you would like them to go to. Otherwise, they just go into the default portal. So yeah, the group would appear there. I haven't set one up yet, but that's how it would work. And then you click invite, and then the invite is sent. And so you can see that you have like a little database for all the pending invites for people who have not accepted your invite yet. And so you can see that it's visible over there to help you keep track of the people that you've invited and who have accepted or not accepted. And then you can also, search for members. So here is a member that is added to the portal. You can view that member's info. Now, the credentials that I have given were, the first name, the last name, so on and so forth. You can see the account status, and whatever other options are there. You can also edit the info of this member or delete the member. So these options are provided. And then once we get back, you can see that you can also right here on this page add like pages and files that you would like this member to access. And then I'm going to show you how you can take members and put them into groups. So this is the all members portal. And so what you want to do is you want to go and add the pages. Yeah, so now if you want to add a group, you add the group name. So in this particular example, I'm just going to call it photographers, because it is like a restaurant and they have like a little bit of a portfolio of all the dishes that they have. So in this instance, per se, let's say that, you have like an in-house photographer and you want them to access all the images alone and, like view what is there. You have like a group of people who are interested to view just the image, the photos of your restaurant. So you can have like a portal for just that. So that is what this example is trying to illustrate. So now the photographers group is created, and you can view the info of that group, and you can add members. So we'll add a member now. So you just have to type in the email address of the member. Now it's already indexed, so it'll appear automatically. And then you can choose the pages that you would like this member to access. So you add the pages and then you select the pages that are on your website. So I'm just going to add in the gallery page and the menu page, as well as the contact page, just for example's sake, apart from the other pages that are already available. So then all you have to do is click OK and then go and publish your website. And you can also see that you can remove pages at any point of time as well if you don't want them to access those pages any longer. So once you hit publish and access the published site, for example, you can see right now that without signing in, so without the person signing in, this is how the website would look like. So you just have the pages that are not part of the portal available, which is just like the home, about us, thank you, and blog page, as you can see. And then once you sign in and enter in your credentials, like I'll be showing, you enter in your email address and your password. So these are your credentials to get into this portal. And then you sign in and then you are in the portal. And so now you can see that the gallery and the contact page are available, and as well as the other page, which is the menu page, which wasn't available before. So that's basically how the member portal helps you kind of restrict access to pages. And so you can see that the page that wasn't available before is now available because we've grouped it into that portal for this particular user to access. And once you sign out, you see that you can also sign up if you're not a member. And so this is what the sign-up sheet would look like. And so you just follow the on-screen instructions, you enter in your credentials, and then you have your membership sent out. And then the person who is the owner of the site can either choose to accept or reject the request. So now we will get back to the presentation. Kritika, do we have any questions? So now that we can get to.
There is one.
Hello?
Like, can you hear me, Christine? Christine, can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
So the Marina has a question. She's
Mhm.
asking, can I manage individual member content, like restrict content for individual users or something on that line?
Yeah, you can just create like a single group for that member. Like as you can see in the demo that I've shown you, that it's just one member in that group. So you can have as many groups as you need, and you can just add just a single member to each group, thereby helping you just share particular content to just a single member as well. So there can just be like a single member group, essentially. Yeah.
And Jack has another question following up to this. Like, can users, like, do we have to sign up users to groups, or can they choose to be in any of the group? Is that a possibility?
I don't think they can, the technicality, I don't actually think that they can choose which group they want to be in because the controllers are on end. So I think we have to group them based on what it is that we would like them to see. So the control is more on the site, the site owner's, jurisdiction, basically. I'm not particularly sure about that, to be honest. I could be wrong. But as far as I checked, I think that it is more on the site owner to decide, which pages can be accessed by which visitors. Yeah.
So, Jack, that answers your question. You will have to manually assign them to groups, and they can't make that decision for themselves. So,
Right.
all right. I think you can continue with the
Okay.
presentation.
Alrighty then. Let's. All right. And so in the member portal, we've got a few new features. So apart from, so a few other functionalities and improvements. And so we have this one feature called the sender email. So far when it had come down to sending out your emails to invite people to come and join your portal, the way we had it was that it would go from the organization. So for example, if you have created a website with Zoho Sites, and when you're sending out an invitation, it'll say that, so and so of Zoho Sites has requested you to join their portal, or, something roughly along that. But now with the sender emails, you can go and personalize your email ID to such an extent where once you get your domain verified, you can send out your own email ID so that the people who you are contacting to join your member portal know that it's from you. So this helps you send out more of a personalized content because the people know who it's coming from directly rather than the organization or the kind of association that they're coming from in that way. And so that is what the sender emails help you do. And again, this is a little bit more of a technical thing and it's like a whole other setup on its own. So I've also included the link. So that will take you to the help document that gives you like the full detail on how you can set up sender emails. And so that's basically how that functions and operates. And you have to go to your domain provider. So again, I couldn't really get into the specifics of how that really works because many of you may have multiple or various domain providers, and so each would vary based on the provider that you have. And so you can just take a look at how that works and then apply that if that is a feature that you would require. And then we also have the SAML sign-on, which is the security assertion markup language, which is nothing other than, for example, when you want to, access a particular service, and you can either sign in using your email address or you can sign in using either Facebook, your Facebook account, or your Twitter account. So you have like those options. So what SAML does is, apart from you being able to sign in using your social media accounts, what it does is that you have like your own organization built up. So for example, now I'm from Zoho. So let's say that I have like an SAML authenticated, sign up with my organization. So everybody who is a part of my organization now can access my website because now this organization is verified. So what this does is it saves you the hassle of having to enter in your email ID or your password. And so it is automatically authenticated and verified. So it's just a matter of you being able to access. So you can, as a site owner, also apply this. And again, these are also something that you would have to go to like your third-party SAML provider. And so we have like OneAuth, and there are like quite a few providers that we are associated with. Again, you can take a look at our help document and you can see how we have like one login. And so there are quite a few tie-ups that we have, and these will help you create like an SAML sign-on for your portal, apart from the member portal that we already provide. If this would be a portal that you would like to create, you also have the option and the ability to do so. And so you can take a look at that link as well. It's very detailed and it takes you through how you can create this with these various providers. And then we also have the social login again. So this is like when you want to have your visitors sign in using Facebook and Google. And so you can have that authenticated. Again, these have their own specific steps. You'll have to go into Google and get those details and credentials verified and then link that back to your member portal on Zoho sites. The same also goes for Facebook. And so again, we also provide, the steps and the ways and to get into that. So again, these three are like very technical things and I didn't want to get into that for the sake of time and then it being like too jargony and most of the stuff goes way over my head myself. And so yeah. And then finally coming down to access restriction, which is another feature that we provide, which is similar but not the same to the member portal. So access restriction deals more on the people, how they can access, like the visitors, how they can access your website from either a public or an organizational standpoint. So you can have like your internet website and your intranet website. And so this is just how you can limit the access of how people access your whole website in general. And we'll get into those specifics here. So we grant like 4 levels of access, which is org public, org private, public, and on the member basis, the group basis, which is actually just a member portal. So what org public is basically is that the public, all the people who are part of your organization. So everybody who is a part of your particular organization can access your website. Likewise, with org private, you can have specific groups within your organization. So it's like instead of the whole organization being able to access your website, you can also segment that and kind of group that into little private segments within your organization itself. And then public is just basically access to everybody and anybody around the world. If they have the URL to your website, they can access it. And then groups is just basically having the member portal access, which is what I had been mentioning prior. And so I just want to show you a quick little demo on how org private operates. So I'll just get to that. Just fast forward a little to that part, right? So now we have it set on public, and as you can see, like everyone in the world can access your website. With our private, only organization members who have the link can access it. So I'm just trying to show you how you can get that set up as well. Again, access restriction is another setting that you will find right under the member portal setting in your settings bar. And then you can go and add members from your organization. So for instance, this is just a member who is a part of my organization who I'm adding. And again, this is on the basis of them accepting your invite and then being able to access your website. So these are all the organization members that are invited, a few of them added, a few of them are yet to accept. So that is just another level of restriction that you can provide for your website. And what is the presentation? Okay. Right, so that's basically it when it comes down to the member portal and the access restriction. And so again, it is basically just up to the type of industry that you have and the type of requirement that you have and how it is that you would like to segment your content, how it is that you would like to group whatever content it is that you have for your visitors to view, what you want them to view, what you don't want them to view. So we've provided a lot of features and functionalities that provide you with the flexibility to be able to do so. And again, just based on what it is that you would like to put out there, you can just go ahead and give that a try. So it's very easy to use, it's very easy to set up. It literally, as you can see in the demo, took me just 3 minutes to do, and it's a very sought out feature that with most other website builders, they provide it as like a plugin, but we have it like built in the website builder itself, and it is very, very, very useful in that manner. And so I would just like to thank you again for joining us today. And I hope that this has, shined some light on this feature for many of you who have already used it. Maybe, you're not really aware of what other functionalities are there for those of you who never even knew this feature existed at all. So I hope that was resourceful and, help provide some information in that regard. So yeah, we'll be taking questions now. Thank you.
Christine,
Yeah.
so there are like questions
Mhm.
around integration with CRM. So
Mhm.
if you create an individual group, can you sync that group alone with a list in CRM, something like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like with Zoho CRM, so we have that integration. I'm sorry, I didn't really show that. It is at the bottom of like when you enable your member portal, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there are CRM functionalities where you can take your data, export it. So that is available. Yes.
Yep. So there's a seamless integration with member portal to CRM. All right. And there was another question, a question about can members write content in the member portal?
Members, so this is on your published website. We do have another feature called contributors. And so there you can grant contributors 4 levels of access, which is admin, guest, developer, and author. And so each of these rankings hold like a different role as to what you can do on the website. And so that is a feature that we have. And these roles, when you assign them to whoever it is that you would like to contribute on your website, will enable them to do, like, for example, if you grant somebody with the admin role, that will kind of equate them to have the same sort of ability that you have as a site owner, as well as if you grant somebody the author role, they will only be able to, change the content, images, and things like that on the pages that you provide them to do. So if you just take a look at that feature, it is available in the site builder. They can come in, they can contribute. So that is another feature, and that is called contributors. And yes, that is possible. Yes.
Yeah, but not all members who have access to read content can write, right? Like it is just people who have the contributor or whatever access
Yes,
they
exactly. So yeah,
can
they can
read.
only edit because the access restriction is on the published site. So it's like when your site is up there, who can view it and who cannot is basically the situation. But if you want somebody to be invited to come in and add the content before you publish, you would use the contributors feature for that.
All right. And there are like a lot of questions around member portal, syncing the member portal with the sites along with the one with books and stuff, but that's a work in progress.
Right. Yeah, we don't have, yeah, with books.
Yeah, so
It's
people
making
want
the
to manage
works.
their voice, like from
Mm,
some subscription, they want to manage it in their Soho site. So
right.
that is a work in progress, guys. Like it, I spoke to the tech team. They said, I mean, we can't expect it at least in the next couple of months. Maybe by the end of
Right.
2020 is when we can expect that feature.
Mm, yep.
All right, and Bryant had a question about how many members can be added to the portal. So he was
So,
asking, can 100,000 people, is there a limitation? Can I add 100,000 people? So
right. So before we did have a bit of a flexible plan, but now, of course, with the pricing plan changed up a little bit. How it is that with the Pro plan. So actually, member portal and access restriction are part of the Pro plan. So you'll have to purchase it along with the plan. It's not available in standard. And when you do purchase it with the Pro plan, you can add in 2 members. And for the first 1,000 members that you would like to add, we bill you at $50 per month per 1,000 members, and the additional 1,000 will be $30 per month, and it just carries on. So the initial installment would be like 50 and then 30. So I don't know what the maximum limit is, but I think as long as, it's like being paid for 50, 30, 30, 30, 30, I think that would be the limitation to it basically. I don't think there is like a number limit on it, but it does come at a price.
yep. So I have shared the pricing link in the chat box.
Yeah, that's
So if
awesome.
you want
Yes.
to take a look, you can click on the URL and figure out the pricing. And one question from Damien. Sorry, Damien, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Is there a Facebook group community sync? So can we create? I don't think so. We have that.
No, no. So right now with Facebook, it's just kind of signing in. That is a very novel idea, actually. So maybe, if we could talk about it and get it in the works, but not at the moment. I'm sorry, Damien.
So Donald, we have like even with Zoho One, there is a limitation on member portal. So if you want to add more people, you will have to pay. I will just find the link for you and I will share it with you soon. So the fee tackle, whatever Christine was saying, was not a Zoho One cost. It was just for Zoho sites. Zoho
Right.
One, the add-on prices are more or less the same though.
Mm,
So
right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of questions about pricing. And Bryant had a question. Would I be able to have member portal Zoho project only accessed by select group this way? So,
I don't
group
think
project
we have,
is
yeah, we don't have a
that
sync,
integration.
right? We
Yeah.
don't have a sync with projects at the moment. If you're looking at the Zoho product, it's only CRM. So, yeah, these are all actually very nice suggestions, to be honest. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we were actually working on this presentation, we weren't thinking about. I mean, we weren't expecting so many Zoho One users to
Yeah.
come. So it was the thing. But again, they are saying like it's a work in progress. They have
Right.
started work on it, but we just don't have a definitive. So once that particular release is done, we should have like a seamless integration with books. I think even with Creator invoices, as well as projects I did not ask them, but yeah, I would like probably
Mm.
get clarification on that. All right, any other question? Okay, Ron has a question. Can I sync CRM so I can provide access to a view of contact? uh
Importing. I
we're not I don't get this.
Is it like an importing it, like you have a bunch of contacts on CRM and you would like to know if that can be imported, like as a bulk upload? I don't know if that is kind of
Yeah, Ron, can you just
winging it.
yeah. I can just clarify because we're not quite sure. Like generally, if you want to share your CRM data, that will not be possible because the whole concept of CRM would be lost if that's the case. Like
Yeah,
your all data cannot be shared outside with anyone. So that's how it will be designed.
right. Like CRM being the database where you can
Yeah.
export
So
from here to there, but not vice
yeah,
versa.
exactly. So that is not possible. You will not be able to share your data with anyone outside your organization. So I hope that answers your question, though. Okay, Damien has another question. If we have customer member list of 100,000 in CRM, the membership would cost us 3,000 USD. So Damien, like if you have like, such a big number, right, you can actually write to us and we can work something out. So we do that for a very
Yeah,
high. Yeah.
I think there was one request where somebody did. There was one situation where there was a big number. I think maybe 5 to 7,000 members or so. So we did provide a little bit of a workaround for that. So that is definitely possible, Damien. Like if that is the case, do contact us and we will see what we can do.
Yeah, do email us at marketing at Zoho site so we can actually work something out. So 1 second, I'm just finding, just Christine, see if there are any
Yeah,
other questions we have missed out. I'll just find
yeah,
the Zoho one pricing.
awesome. I, oh, we have a thank you from Brent. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Donald. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Okay, we have a question from Brent. He asks, can you integrate with an external database? I don't, Kritika, any
1 second.
thoughts on,
Wait.
right?
Can you integrate with an external DB as in you want to integrate like your contact detail and like, request them to join your member portal? Is that your question, Brian? Brandt. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
It's rather late over here, so all of us are more or less,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you want to get like a database. Basically, I think in member portal we can actually upload XLS, right, to
Um,
invite people.
Not that I've noticed. I mean, like from what I have kind of fidgeted around with, it's more of just copy pasting. So you copy paste it and you make
See,
sure
that's
that
the
you,
thing. Like if like brand has 100,000 people, so
yeah,
you
you
can't
wouldn't be,
compete
yeah,
100,000 people.
for
So,
sure. That particular one, yes. I mean,
so he's talking about importing content from a
mm,
different place to here.
okay, it's about the content. Fine, I thought it was about, okay, a lot of content on the portal and you only have an 100 size limit.
Not the DBs over the pro plan. Can you pay the increase integrates third party DB? So, Brant, like if you have like a high level thing, our team can definitely support and find a solution for that. So you can definitely email us and definitely like our tech team can take a
Yeah.
look at your requirement and
It's
do
like a
whatever is
very
needed.
specific requirement. So definitely, like if you get in contact with us, we can see what we can do for you.
So we do the migration part and all of that. Our backend team can do it so that it's seamless and it really doesn't, you know, um, that happens. Like we can probably time it in your downtime so that your users don't have that sort of time limit where they can't access your website. So all of that can be handled from our team. So just write to us so we will be able to help you out with your requirement. And marketing at Zoho sites or support at Zoho sites, but marketing it will come to us and we can handhold through the process.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Charles.
Yep. Any other question? If we have missed, okay, Lex has a question. If I created 4 Zoho sites in a price for all 4, or is it price individually for each site? So Lex, are you? So how many sites do can they have in a pro plan? I think 2 sites, right?
2 sites, yes.
So yeah, your one subscription of pro plan comes with two
For the two
sites.
sites, yes.
Yeah, so and you can do like an add-on, so you can always email and I think it's somewhere around $15 per site. I think,
Yes.
yes.
It is. It
So
is.
yeah, $15 per site. So after the 2 sites, you will have to pay for one individually. And Charles has another question. I think Charles left, but I'm sure. I just did a proposal for a company on another platform that needed to have individual portal accounts that could access a subset of their CRM record data in real time. This is not yet doable, it seems, with Zoho portal, correct? So, Charles, we will take this question and we'll
Right.
get back to you. After the session, we will talk to our team as well because your requirement is something that we haven't come across. So we will definitely talk to our team and we will get back to you on this. Definitely. We will email you.
So we have another one from Damien asking, are there any traffic restrictions to the membership site, either number of hits or video streaming? No, so there is no restriction to the traffic. So it's all about the amount of members that you have purchased. And again, as I mentioned, the amount of groups that you have is unlimited. So we're able to support all of that. So there's no limitation on how many you can add or not add, if that answers your question. And then we have Kira who says, we have a lot of member-specific documents in Sign. Is there a way with Flow or otherwise? Oh, lots of Zoho One people to get their documents from Sign into their own specific portal, right? I'm sorry, Kira, right now we don't have the integrations with,
Kristen,
yeah.
I was just talking to Suresh. He said there could be like a workaround with the flow.
Oh, with Flow, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so we will actually see. I mean, we have to try it in our back end before
Mm-hmm.
we, figure out if
Make
it
that,
works or
yeah.
not. So I did pitch the flow idea, during the session. They said
Okay.
they can try it. So if it works, we will definitely write back to you, Kira, and everyone else who had a question about,
The
CRM or invoice kind of
the
questions, right? So
Zoho
we will definitely
integration.
try that particular solution and see if it works. We will definitely write to you and let you all know.
Okay, Kira also says that she is curious
Curious.
about Charles's question. So once we get an answer to this, we will definitely shoot the both of you the email with, the answer on how we can get about doing this. Right.
Yep. So, I mean, yeah, I have asked the question, so I think we can email you. So, if there is there any other question?
I think we got all of them.
Okay, I mean, we will definitely be exporting all the question. If there are any questions that we have missed out, we will be writing to you all individually. And at the same time, if you feel like you need answers immediately, do write to us at marketing@Zoho sites. We will take the questions back to our tech leads, and we will be having an answer for you in the next couple of days. By Friday, we would definitely get back to you.
Yes.
So,
All right. So if that is all for now and we don't have any more questions coming in, okay, so Pamela asked, how will we access this recording afterwards? So of course we have all of your email IDs, so we will send all of you the recording of this video session. So you will have it definitely before this Friday. And so that's how we will get it to you, Pamela. No worries. We will definitely get it to you via your email ID. All right. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Damien.
and you can also follow us on our YouTube channel. We have all of our sessions uploaded there.
Yes, we do. So any of the other sections apart from this one in regards to not just Zoho sites but Zoho Commerce as well, you can take a look, and we provide a lot of insightful information about maybe features that you already know about but not too extensively, as well as features that are there that you may have, just flown under your radar. So be sure to check it out. Thank you all for joining, and if that is all with the questions, and even if we could not get to all of your questions, I think we did, but if there's anything that kind of strikes you afterwards, and you can always contact us, as we've mentioned before, at marketing@zohosites.com. And thank all of you for being here today. Thank you, Naresh. Thank you, Kritika. And
Thank you,
with that,
Christine.
we will sign off, and have a nice day, everybody. Stay safe. All right. Bye-bye.
1 second,
Yeah.
Christine.
Oh, There's
Would like
something.
more information on contributors you referred, please. Jamie
Oh,
has a question about
okay.
contributors.
Let me just add the URL to the help document. That will give you a little bit of a rough idea as to how that operates. And of course, if you have more questions, this is one of my favorite features, so I'll be sure to answer any questions you have about it. So I'll just get that up here. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So with that, yep, I guess we're good to go. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you, everyone,
Thank
once
you.
again. Bye-bye.